Hey, what's up? This is the You Invented Swagger. I did a recruiting video earlier, and I think I did it like at the end of the school year, maybe March or April. This is just a quick update. I'm using ESPN.com. I also use sometimes like inside the U.com, which is Miami 247, or I use Rivals. I don't really use Scout. I don't really like Scout's rating system. But I like ESPN's the best. On ESPN, we currently have the 18th ranked recruiting class in the nation. I don't expect us to be in the top 10 this year. I know I'm like other Hurricanes fans are going to say like, oh, you should be optimistic, but I'm trying to be realistic here. With the people, we have a great class so far. I think the only reason we're only ranked 18th because of the amount of people we have committed. We only have 9 people committed for the class, but 5 of them are from ESPN 150, and actually we have 1 more that's part of ESPN 300. So we have a total of 6 players within the ESPN 300. And our best recruit is Kevin Olson. And then he plays quarterback. He's a pro-style quarterback. He's from New Jersey. His brother Greg attended Miami. I think he's locked up. I don't think he changes. I watched a video on him. He's taken 1 official visit to Miami, and then he's done. He's not taking any others. Artie Burns is the next one. Him I'm iffy about. He's a raw player. He has a great ceiling. He could be great, but the thing I don't like about him is when he committed to us like 2 days ago actually. He didn't sound very enthusiastic. If he wasn't excited about committing, what makes you think he'll play at his hardest every single down? And what makes you think he'll play with a chip on his shoulder or stuff like that? So I think he could be a great player. He's rated as a 4-star. He's rated as the same grade as Kevin Olson, but it's not just a grade. It also comes down to who you want to play for. You have to go down, and you have to be a self-motivator. And if you're not enthusiastic, I don't think he'll be a self-motivator. But we'll see how he goes. We'll see with other videos. Travis Johnson, I'm excited about Travis Johnson and Stannis Stobart. They're both listed as tight ends. Hybrid types, but I think I like Travis Johnson a little bit better because he's more of he can play wide receiver too. I think he could play the slot receiver or tight end. He's rated as a 4-star also in the top 150. These are in order too, so the first 3 players were in the top 150. Our next player is Keith Bryant. He's a defensive tackle, number 14 in the nation, out of Delray Beach. I think he needs to bulk up a little. He's 292, but I think all defensive tackles should be over 300, with my personal opinion. I haven't watched a lot of tape on him. The most people I've seen is Kevin Olson, actually, is the most I've watched. I mentioned Stannis Stobart a little bit. Travis Johnson and Stannis Stobart are actually ranked number 3 and 4, respectively. So we have 2 of the top 5 tight ends committed to us right now, which I think is crazy, actually. We actually have 3 tight ends committed. The next player is Alex Collins, who is the last player, the last player in the ESPN top 300. He is the player in the top 300, actually. I know it didn't make sense. It didn't come out like I wanted it to, but basically, he's the last player rated in ESPN's either top 150 or 300. He's in the 300. So the rest of the players I name aren't in the top 300. But Alex Collins, actually, I am from Plantation. He goes to South Plantation High School. I've watched film on him. I love the way he plays. The only thing about him is that he's been giving us mixed signals kind of lately. He's been taking trips to FSU. He went to their junior day a couple weeks ago, or a month ago. I don't remember, but if we get him, I think he'd be a great pickup. We talked about only trying to get one running back, but we have two committed right now. But I think we don't go after any other running backs. I think we're sticking with these two. Next player is Alex Gall. Right now, him and Stannis Dobard and Kevin Olsen. Sorry, I forgot about Kevin Olsen. Are the only out-of-state players. Well, I don't really consider Kevin Olsen out-of-state because he lived in Miami for a good part of his life. But Alex Gall he's huge. He's 6'5", 290. Again, I like all linemen to be at least near 300, so maybe 10 more pounds of muscle. He's rated as a 3-star. I haven't watched film of him at all. He's from Ohio, actually, and Ohio is a great hotbed for recruiting. So let's hope he's one of the best from Ohio. The next one, this name will all be familiar to you, Ray Lewis III. This is Ray Lewis's son. He committed to us back in March, actually, and he's locked down. He's not taking any. I think he'll be with us. I don't think he's changing commitments. He's a 3-star player. I watched his film too. I love his film. He's deceptively quick, but he's also very strong. Like, he's not the blazing quick guy who you can see automatically runs a 4.4, 4.3. He's fast enough to get behind the secondary. That's about it. But he's agile. He can make those finesse moves to get around linebackers, and he can power through the cornerbacks. But I think he's a good addition also. I do think Alex Collins is better, definitely, but I don't think there's so much apart where it makes a huge difference. And the last commitment, his name is Jeremy Kerr. I haven't heard much on him. He is rated as the worst player on the list, so to say. He's only rated as a 71. As a 3-star prospect. He's the other tight end I was talking about. He's from St. Petersburg. He's big. He's 6'5", 236. I think that body is already ready for the college. I think all our tight ends that committed are ready for college. They're all 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 230. No, Travis Johnson's the latest at 231. But that's our recruiting in a nutshell. We did have new allegations come out about Al Golden being a part of hiring a guy named Sean Allen, who came up earlier in the Nevin Shapiro scandal. He was mentioned of working with Nevin Shapiro for a little bit. He was our equipment manager, they said. And they used him to get around recruiting rules, and I didn't read it. I just heard about it through like the grapevine. This video is getting kind of long, so I'm just gonna wrap it up there. I know I haven't made videos in a while. Fall practices I think start August 3rd, or in a few days. We'll make a video. I'm going to upload another video right after this about, I'm going to project the depth chart, just 2 deep. That's it, 2 deep depth chart. Okay, thanks. All I got to you.